Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Interloper miniseries. This is episode 15. Ergo, it is the final episode of this miniseries. Miniseries on my channel, if you are just now jumping in, you haven't heard me talk about this 50 billion times earlier in the series, typically go for just 5 episodes. But if they get really popular, I'll extend them to 10. If they get really, really popular, and people just want to keep watching them, and they're good for the channel, I'll extend them to 15. And this is, hands down, as far as a short series, well, short or long, this is actually, as far as series that have received immediate responses and have done really well. This is the best series I've done on the channel, as far as just popularity and bringing in new people for watching. So it's been fun, and I've said this before, but let me say it again now that we're on episode 15. Welcome to all of the folks that are new to the channel, whether you are here just for the Long Dark content or are branching out into some of the other grand narrative and story-based content I have on the channel, whether it's historical strategy or other survival or simulation type stuff. Welcome, and I'm glad you're here. It's been a lot of fun recording the series for you guys. All right, so here is a field dressing study guide. I do need to eat those cattail stalks that I grabbed. There is nothing here. Nothing. There's nothing. And the body's here. So both of the things I was hoping for are not the case. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, yeah, and I have no water. I forgot about that. So we need the weather to improve for long enough that we can start a fire here. Get wood, start a fire. And, actually, speaking of getting wood... Let's see, it would take 15 minutes using the improvised hatchet, or 10 minutes using the improvised hatchet, 15 using hands, and 11 using the heavy hammer. Let's go ahead and just break down a couple of these, because we can start a fire in here. We don't have to start a fire outside anymore. We are officially at a spot where there's a fireplace. Yay! Hey, magnify. Oh! Well, that's kind of handy, but not really. All right, tell you what. This is... Well, it's not... This is not a perfect solution. Oh, nice. The magnifying lens... Does it work? No, not in here, because we're not outside. But that's nice. It'll be nice for when we need to start fires outside, because we don't need... If it's sunny, we won't need to use matches anymore. Oh, we got cedar firewood, too. I didn't know I still had some. All right, so in that case, let's go ahead and just start a fire. And we are going to get some water. That's what we need right now from this fire. We need to get a whole new gallon, maybe even more. And then I need to go harvest a bunch of cattail stalks. Because it would suck if I didn't make it through the 15th episode. But this Interloper difficulty, oh my goodness, I might as well do some commentary on it. Now that we are in the 15th episode, and this is a series meant to showcase the new mode, of course, that's why it's called the Interloper. Oh, it didn't... Oh. I don't know, Jennifer Hill, why didn't it work? Well, let's try again, shall we? Oh, that's why, 55% chance of fire starting. Let's start with a stick. I was talking and I didn't see the chance. Weird.
Come on, little fire, come on.
So, Interloper. Really punishingly challenging. And I said this in the first episode, and I'm going to say it again. One of the times that I envy Long Dark players the most is when they are new to the game, because none of us can be new to the game anymore once we're experienced with it.
Oh, yeah.
And hang on, let's go ahead and just add the cedar firewood there. There we go. None of us can be new. Oh yeah, I've got tea too. That'll help with calories. All right, so tell you what, let's go for herbal tea instead. Oh, we need water first. Of course we need water. Duh. We're making tea. Anyway, I actually don't have a lot of time on that.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Let's add some more wood to this before we boil that water. I'll finish my thought in a second. So yes, when you are new to the Long Dark, that is when you don't know the map, you don't know where you're going, you're just stumbling your way along trying to survive in this unknown world, which is very much the authentic experience that you are role-playing, really, as a player of the Long Dark. It's the role that you're in. And that feeling goes away as you play the Long Dark. Interloper has brought that feeling back. Not because I don't know where I'm going, but because it's so intense that I feel like I just have to keep moving to the next spot or I will die. I don't have any opportunity to hunker down or, you know, generally stay in one spot for any reason whatsoever. Did I explore the kid over here? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I did. I don't have the ability to stay in one spot. You have to keep moving. It reminds me very much of how the Long Dark was when I started playing. The Long Dark was actually more challenging when I first started. This is when Stalker mode didn't even exist. There was just one difficulty mode. But one thing that was interesting is calorie burn happened very, 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 very quickly. So you would have to keep moving constantly in order to find more food. And then, of course, as they added to the game world and gave you more to do, the need to make players scavenge for food. Actually, there's not a lot of cattle stalks out here. The need to make players scavenge for food and hunt for food and make that the main force of gameplay diminished a little bit. They were able to spread the game world out and have players start exploring a little bit more. Which, of course, man, there's not that many cattail stalks at all. There's some right there. Which removed the need for them to have calories deplete as rapidly. So that was tuned out. That was changed. But it was so intense when it was still that way. Because, again, you would have to stay moving. You would have to be constantly mobile. And I think, in a way, the game trained me during that period, and I never stopped. That's why I don't really settle down when I play the Long Dark. I like to keep moving. I mentioned just a few episodes ago that I have a nomadic playstyle. That I like to be on the move even when I don't necessarily have to be. And there's actually not a lot of cattail stalks at all. This is not what I was expecting. They're not nearly at the quantities. Okay, here's some. They're not at the quantities that they were at when I found them along that river a few episodes back. Oh, you're chasing something, aren't you? Let's go ahead and eat these. But yeah, Interloper has brought the feeling of desperation back to the Long Dark, and I think that was a desperately needed thing. I just... Really, I can't emphasize this enough, and I think I mentioned this before. I think I mentioned it when the series was initially ending, episode 5, and then I decided to extend it for another 5. So let me say this again, just in the off chance you missed the memo somehow. If you are new to the Long Dark, do yourself a favor, excuse me, and don't jump in right away, please, to the final difficulty setting, because you have no idea how you are going to rob yourself of the experience of playing the Long Dark if you do that. Play the initial difficulty level, which is called Voyager. Get good at it. And then step up to Stalker, which was the highest difficulty setting and now is no longer the highest difficulty setting. Okay, there's wolves coming toward me from multiple directions. This is not good. Gonna run this way. And then once you're good at Stalker and can survive for dozens or maybe even more days in Stalker, then step up to Interloper. You will have a much better experience overall playing the Long Dark if you play it that way. Trust me. Because if you go to Interloper first, you're getting the best and most challenging that the game has to offer right away. which for instant gratification types, I don't know, maybe that's cooler to you. But you'll get less longevity out of the game that way. Because then stepping down to the lower difficulty levels that you never played won't be interesting. Except when you feel some need for casual play somehow. So just some food for thought as we reflect on Interloper mode. Yes, you're cold. Believe me, I know. But I need to keep moving because we need to explore what we can out here. There's a wolf right there. That's going to be close. Running, running, running. Yeah, that wolf is uncomfortably close. Any cattail heads in there? Don't see any. Alright, I'm going to peek my head in this fishing hut. Then we're going to go visit the cabins over on the far side of the lake. Yeah, that wolf is uncomfortably close. But there's also a body here, so this could be a double bounty. Just kidding, we're playing on Interloper. Who am I kidding? Alright, found another hook, but we have not found a single fishing line yet, so we would have been in trouble if we had tried to fish in this series, because, well, don't exactly have what we need, do we? I wonder if the, I kind of want to check to see if one of the main, oh, words come to me, prepper cache locations is active. That'd be cool. I'm just walking into these deer. What's up? Oh, we've got a couple of houses here that could potentially have some supplies. We discovered the lake cabins. How much of the world have we explored at this point? 41%. We've added 10% in the last couple of episodes. Not bad. Again, covering a lot of ground. Okay, I know you're cold. Okay, nothing here. Alright, let's go ahead and eat. Really, just 3? I thought I'd harvested more than 3. I guess that's what it was. I ate some of the ones that I had. At least this is going to put us up above... Well, I was going to say 1,000, but not quite 1,000. We're above 800 now. Calories. One thing I can do, I'm going to go ahead and put this fresh deer hide down. You can put these maple saplings down too. Carrying a bunch of things that I've not even really made use of because we haven't been doing a long-term series. So, that's just not needed. Normally we would wait for those things to cure and they would be part of clothing that we would make, but it takes 5 days for those to cure, and that's, 5 days is roughly 5 episodes worth of content. So, just wasn't worth pursuing, which is kind of why it wasn't in the front of my mind. Hey, beef jerky! That is something I will take. Nice to actually find a salvageable food item for once. Hasn't happened in a bit. Metal container with nothing. Nothing in the crate. Nothing under the bed. For those of you curious, no military-grade MREs do not exist in Interloper difficulty. You can normally find those under the beds, which is why I bring that up. You can almost always find one if you look under various either beds or sometimes benches in the long dark in certain locations. Not in this difficulty, you can't. You can pretty much count on them not being there. So I think there are actually a lot of cattail heads out here, but they're just spread out. There's a lot of... Yeah, see, here's some. It's getting pretty dark. 1 hour daylight left. Cold, tired, generally not happy with life. There's a few more cabins. And a body. Which is why I wanted to keep pressing for a bit longer here. Let's make sure there's not a wolf nearby. There's not. Hey, hey! Wait, down jacket. Is that a better... No, I'm already wearing a down jacket. That's right. Already got one. Well...
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
That's a nice find, but... it's not really useful to me at this point, seeing as how I've already got one. See, now I've just got Monty Python quotes in my head. From the whole discussion with the Frenchman about the Holy Grail. He's already got one, you see? Oh, man. Alright, let's go ahead and... we need to sleep. Wait first. Hang on. I told him we've already got one. Oh man, I need to watch that. It's been a while. Let's get some sleep and let's warm up. Because it's warm enough in here. So we're going to sleep for just a straight 8 hours. And hey, question marks, who's surprised? Alright, so we are once again ravenous. Running low on calories. So we're going to need to keep looking for those... Let's pass the time for 3 hours. We're going to need to keep looking for cattail heads. Okay. 12 days, not bad. Let's sleep for an hour. And then that should give us... we might rest for 1 more hour on top of that. Yeah, let's rest for 1 more hour. Recover a little bit more energy. It's definitely daylight now. There's no bad weather to speak of at the moment, but it could come back any second because, as we've seen, Interloper is starting to shift the weather patterns on us crazily. But I would like to go inspect the potential location of the prepper cache. There are many, so I could be wrong. There might not be one here. But it's worth looking for. Let's also peek in this cabin real quick. Nothing in the crates. Nothing in that crate. Nothing on the shelves. Nothing in that crate. Let me guess, nothing in the metal container either. Of course not. Because that would be too convenient. That would be entirely too helpful to me. Thank you, game. It's actually not as bad as when I got to Mystery Lake and it started blizzarding in my face. That was even more helpful. And by helpful, I mean not. At all. Remotely. Whatsoever. Alright, looking for cattails. And not seeing any. I'm telling you, I've never seen an area in the Long Dark with such a concentration of tall grass, with so little in the way of cattails. At least it seems like the wolves have backed off a bit. I can even investigate this body because there's not a wolf nearby. So let's go over here and see what he's got. And then we can go up there, because that's where the prepper cache is. Or could be, but might not be. We'll see. I did not mean to just point at that guy's crotch when I searched him. Sorry. My bad. That was seriously not my intention, but that's exactly what I did. Go back and watch it in slow motion. Or don't. Cedar firewood? Sure. Hook? Sure. Cupboard? Nothing. Hey, candy bar. So let's go ahead and eat the candy bar. That made the condition indicator go away, which is nice. Yeah. Yeah, let's go on up to the prepper cache location.
Oh, sure, I'm getting cold.
I wonder where those wolves went. There were 2 or 3 wolves out on the ice before the sunset. Now they are nowhere to be found. It's only slightly terrifying.
Damn.
Oh no. I didn't realize it was that cold. Alright, well. We're gonna try and see if the prepper cache is up here. Not the smartest decision I've made in the series, but hey! We've only got a few minutes left together, at least for this series in the Long Dark.
Oh, I need to find food.
I know, that's why we're gonna see if the prepper cache is up here. See if we can find a grand finale prepper cache. That there will be no food in, because we're playing Interloper difficulty. But you gotta believe. Alright, that's actually not as long of a run as I remember, but we're almost there. Hey, I think I see it. I think I might have actually seen it. Or maybe not, it might have just been the rocks. No. No prepper cache. Crap. Alright, back down. Quickly, 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 quickly. I just, like, face planted into a tree. Actually, can I get down this way? Yes, I can. Excellent. That's good to know. A little bit of a drop, but not too bad. Okay, we're gonna make our way towards this fishing hut real quick and see if there's anything in here. Is there a wolf nearby? No, there's not. There's an opening right there, I believe. This is the far entrance to the lake. So that you never know what could patrol through that opening. Alright, anything in here? Let's have a quick look, shall we? Oh no, maybe this isn't the far opening of the lake. That's right, the far opening of the lake is on the other side of this wall. It's over there. My bad. My bad. Was slightly mixed up in my location. Now, normally this is a potential gun spawn location. There's no guns in Interloper mode, but there could still be a dead guy. There's not. Alright. Let's pop our heads in here.
So hungry.
I know. That's why I have scavenged literally every spot around this lake to try and find you food. But to no avail.
Too cold to think.
Feels like 13 degrees. Negative 13, rather. Really, really cold. That would be substantially below 0 Celsius. hungry, not finding a lot in the way of cattail stalks. At least we're not thirsty. But overall, 12 days, 15 hours, 21 minutes, 68 different locations discovered, almost 50% of the world explored in that much time. Had we fully explored Mystery Lake, probably would have gotten there. Slightly more hours awake than hours rested. Lots of hours indoors. Cabin fever might have been a risk, but thankfully I didn't have to deal with that. 18 wolf close encounters, but didn't actually get attacked by any wolves. So this is for Interloper. This is the all-time record, of course, because this is the most I've played. But, wow. Holy crap. I'm going to step inside just because I feel bad leaving her out in the cold while I'm finishing this episode. But it's been a blast. Thanks very much for watching the Interloper miniseries. Again, these things normally are not meant to go quite this long, but the reason it went this long is you guys. You came in, you demanded it. Yeah, that's exactly why it went so long. It's because you showed up to the channel and were like, make more episodes or else. No, I mean, obviously it was a really popular series. Everyone said really nice things, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know some of the new folks coming to the channel. Thanks very much for being here and for enjoying the series. If you have any questions about the series, just because you might be watching this in the backlog or because the series might be over doesn't mean you can still comment. I do what I can to respond to comments when possible and just kind of interact and answer questions about the game, because this is one of my favorites of all time. It's in my top 5 video games, period, not just survival games. So I am happy to talk about it at any point with you guys. So again, thanks for watching. Comments are always welcome. The Long Dark will return to my channel. I've said this a few times in the series, but in case you're just jumping in, Against All Odds Season 3 will be an Interloper playthrough like this one. We're not going to cap it at 15 episodes because it's not a mini-series. It'll be a proper 6 p.m. daily series in the Long Dark, probably starting in time for the next Long Dark patch, assuming the next Long Dark patch doesn't arrive till December or so, because I would assume Season 3 is probably going to be December at the earliest. I want to get through some other content in the 6 p.m. slot and just vary things up and have some more stuff coming for you guys. You'll see what that is very, very soon. But again, thanks very much for watching. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next video.